Okay, we'll continue further with this John Robinson growth model. So John Robinson growth model incorporate the population growth rate and the growth rate of capital on the output. So this is your Y is your net national output, and this is your N is signifies as your population growth or the number of labor, and the labor receive income as in like wage rate, and this W is considered to be as in wage rate, and N is the number of labor, and K is capital, and this is your profit, average rate of profit or the gross profit rate. Okay, the income received from capital is known as profit, so it's profit, and income received by the labor is known as wage. So this is how we incorporate this equation, and these lambdas are considered as an average price of output. So we'll see the effect of this average price of output on these variables. Okay, so this is the average price of output, net natural output, and wage is the number of workers, and this is the gross profit rate, and this K is the amount of capital stock being used to produce the output. Okay, so capital, the income received from capital is your profit, and the capital being used to produce the output, so this is the average price of output we consider here in this equation. So this is the equation which looks like according to John Robinson. Now we'll further solve it. So if we take out this equation, then we'll just left with this one, and you just incorporate profit at this side and shift all other variables to this. Here it is multiplying, then it will be dividing this side, and after doing this, after reaching to this equation, you simply have to divide this whole equation by lambda n. Okay, by this lambda n. After dividing this, you left with that lambda y upon lambda n, wage upon n divided by lambda n, and this 2 by lambda n. Then this lambda will be cancel out, and here your n will cancel, and here your lambda will be cancel out. Then you are left with this equation, and to make it more easy or more appropriate, we just take this equation by the symbolic form. You just y upon n capital output ratio, this output labor ratio can be signified by this symbolic form E, and take this capital labor ratio as your this. Okay, we'll just signify these two equations by this notation. So let take this one and this. Now after reaching to this equation, you'll just simply put these y by n and k by n by these notation, just substitute it with them, then you'll reach to this one. Your profit will be equal to this. Okay, so we know that income is equals to consumption plus saving, and it is the combination of Keynes theory too, where the saving and investment are equal to each other. So saving must be equal to your investment. So income consumption will be like this, and saving will turn up into investment, where we have proved it also that saving is always equals to the investment according to Keynes, and the saving can also be considered as the change in capital, and this saving is equal to investment, and investment is equals to the profit that you are getting from the capital. Okay, so investment, how will you invest the profit that you are getting through capital? The whole amount you will invest again, reinvest in the economy, as we have seen in the assumption that the capital that the profit seeker reinvest all their profits. So the profit that he received from capital was reinvestment. So this is the investment equations. These all equations should be equal to each other. Saving is equal to investment, and this is equal to change in capital, and change in capital must be equal to the profit capital equation. Okay, So if we take it out from this, then change in K is equals to this. Okay, so if we derive it from this equation 2, then we'll also get that the change in capital is equal to K into this. Okay, so this is the equation. We'll take this, that profit into capital equation is equals to the change in capital. So change in capital is equals to profit into capital, and if the profit you are getting from capital is equals to change in capital, then you'll get this equation, that if you take out a profit equation, then you'll get change in K upon K. So this we have seen earlier also, that this is how we derive this equation. This is how we are getting to this equation, by taking out this equalities equation. Saving must be equal to change in K, and change in K is equals to investment, and investment is equal to the capital, the profit which you are receiving from your capital. Okay, so this is how we are getting this equation, and we earlier have shown that the profit, in this earlier equation we have shown that profit is equal to this equation, and we just simply put, here we are getting profit change in K upon K, and here we are getting profit this one. So put both the equation in equality, profit equals to this and this. Okay, so this is known as the rate of accumulation. So if we see this graphically, here we on y-axis we take the rate of profit, and on x-axis we'll taking the rate of accumulation. So profit will be, as you accumulate more and more profit, as you accumulate more and more capital, then you will get more and more profit. That is why it is an increasing rate. With the rate of capital, the profit will be increasing, and this is how your accumulation will runs, like where your, this is the part where accumulation, your rate of accumulation is less than your profit. So if your accumulation is less than your profit, then you will accumulate more capital to get the more profit out of this capital accumulation. So this is the part where your rate of accumulation, you are having less capital and you are having more profit. So out of this profit you will accumulate more capital to increase more capital, then you will also have more profit in this case. Okay, and this is the part where your accumulation is more than your capital, so you'll decrease it. Okay, and after that, this is how you'll have the curve of accumulation. And we have seen that there is the golden age equilibrium. What's this golden age equilibrium says? That the profit is profit wage equation. Okay, so we have that the desired growth rate must be equal to the possible growth rate. This is the equilibrium, golden age equilibrium situation looks like, where the your desired growth rate must be equal to your possible growth rate. So we have put some notation where K upon N is this. So we'll just consider here this equation, K upon N. Capital, this is capital labor ratio. So capital labor, then if you'll take out capital from this equation, then you are left with N into Q, and the change in K. If we take change from both the side, on both the side, then you'll have, you can write the take change on both the sides. Okay, so this will be change in capital, change in N, and this will be left with Q as it is in constant. So change in N, and if you will take out the change in N, that is labor, also change in labor will be equal to change in K upon this constant. Okay, so dividing after this equation, if you divide both the side by N, then you will have this equation. If you are dividing both the side by N, then this change in N upon N, this change in K into this constant divided by N, and your N must be equal to N K upon theta. From this equation. From this equation, if you take out the value of n, then you'll get it by dividing it through the equation itself. Okay, so you'll have, if you are taking n from this equation, then you will get k upon this constant. So changing k upon constant, and this n will be turned up into this k upon this constant equation, and you'll cancel out this constant thing, and you are left with this only. Change in labor, this is the change in wage, is equals to the change in k upon k is your profit equation. So this is how we incorporated this golden age equilibrium, where you can also write it like change in n can also be say like change in L upon L. Change in L upon L must be equal to change in k upon k. What is this? Change upon k is your profit equation, and this is your wage equation. So in golden age equilibrium, your this equation must be equal to each other. Okay, so this is your profit wage equation, and this is how we can solve it mathematically, or mathematically we can prove it too. Okay, and this is how we will say it in a theoretical part. So please go through this, and if you still have some doubts, so please let me know it. Okay, thank you very much.